Welcome to Motivation for Monday. You may notice something a little different today. I'm out here in a sweatshirt rather than the t-shirt I normally am in. Why is that? We're entering a different season. We're entering into the cool of the fall, the harvest time. Guess what we're going to talk about today? Seasons. Now, our weight loss and our fitness journey can be looked at a couple of different ways when we talk about seasons. We can talk about the large picture, where we have a spring where we begin our programs, summer where our programs go through a period of growth, fall where we harvest, and then winter where we enter a maintenance phase. But we can also look at the seasons that are cyclical throughout the program. Well, I want to spend the majority of my time today talking about the large group of 4 seasons. As we begin our weight loss and fitness journeys, of course, we're in the spring. And the spring is the point where we're most excited because we have the end in mind. We have picked what we're going to plant. We're working our soil, we're fertilizing, we're getting things prepared so that we have a good base for a strong season of growth. Now that's just like in our weight loss and fitness journeys. We're not reaping a lot of rewards yet, we're learning a lot, we're preparing, we're getting ready for a great season of growth. Now, of course, as the spring goes on, a lot of effort goes into the spring, but yet we don't get discouraged during the spring because it's all still new. But as the spring begins to fade into summer, we begin to get a little discouraged because we're not reaping any rewards yet. And as the summer comes on, the rains dwindle, the heat comes up, and we have to deal with a whole different set of challenges at that point. And as we're into the summer, many people get tired and many people quit because they do not see the rewards of their efforts yet. But folks, you got to hold on at that point because the summer is an important part of your whole journey. The summer is where much of the growth happens that produces the crops for the fall. But you still have to work at it in the summer or your crops begin to fail. Now, as you enter into the fall season, that's the season where you begin to see the end. You're excited because you are seeing the full harvest coming in. You're beginning to finally reap the rewards of all the effort you put in all year long. Now, many times the fall is a bad time for people too, but for a different reason than summer. Many people, as they begin to reap those rewards, they get comfortable with it and they start eating of the fruits of their harvest rather than finishing harvesting their fields. And what happens at that point? You lose a big part of your harvest, which nobody wants to do. So you've got to keep your eyes on the goal. You have to keep your eyes on finishing the harvest. Now, once you begin to finish the harvest, then you enter into the winter, which is not a season of death, it's a season of maintenance. And we all hope to get there one day. But winter doesn't mean we lay down our tools and we do nothing. No, it means our work changes to a different type. It means we have to maintain our fields, we have to maintain our tools, we have to be sure we're prepared as we enter back into spring again. And of course, we hope we don't enter back into a spring of weight loss and fitness, but there will be many other cycles in our life. But the maintenance phase, the winter phase, we hope lasts a long time for us. Now, as I said in the beginning, there's also the more frequent cyclical seasons that happen in our weight loss and fitness journeys, and we have to keep those in mind too. What works in the spring is not going to work in the summer, and it's not going to work in the fall, so we have to know what season we're in. It may be a season where we exercise more, or a season where we eat better. Of course, ideally, you keep those principles in mind all along. You keep the principles of eating good and exercising all along in your mind. However, there are times where eating is easier. For me, it's easier for me to eat healthier during the summer because I love the fresh fruits and vegetables. As I enter the winter, my eating is probably going to go down some. And my exercise will also change. During the summer and during the spring, I exercise more by walking outside, and I do that in the fall too. But as I enter the winter, I'm not going to do that kind of exercise as much, and I'm going to begin to do things more in the house. So, pay attention to what season you are in and where you need to be spending your efforts and your time to make your program work for you. And don't be afraid to adapt your program as the seasons change. You cannot do springtime work in the summer and have successful crops. Make it a great day, folks.